Please sit. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'm Leonard Baines, the 19 of the University of Houston Law Center. I've been dean for 10 years, and I'm now the longest serving law dean in the whole state of Texas. I am delighted to be with you to welcome you to the commencement exercises of the class of 2024. We're also live streaming, and I welcome those watching online. Our law commencement will come to order with the playing of the national anthem by the Moores School of Music. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as you are able, and please remove your hats if you're wearing one. Thank you so much. Please be seated. Graduates and guests, the University of Houston Law Center of Commencement is assembled. Today, we, the family, friends, faculty, staff, alumni, and administration are assembled to celebrate you as you complete your academic journey. It is with great pleasure that I introduce our distinguished guests. First, let me introduce Sheila Jackson Lee, who will be joining us. She's representative of Texas' 18th Congressional District, and she served in Congress for almost 30 decades. Let's give her a round of applause. Second is the Honorable Gregory C. King. He's a member of the University of Houston System Board of Regents, whose vision has led us to becoming a Tier 1 university. Regent King will speak to us later in the ceremony. Let's give him a round of applause. Third, we have several judges with us, including the Honorable Yvonne Ho, United States Magistrate Judge for the Southern District Court of Texas, the Honorable Donna Roth of Texas 295th District Court, the Honorable Christine Weems of the 281st Civil District Court in Harris County, and the Honorable Janet B. Hepburn of the 387th District Court in Fort Bend County. Let's give the judges a round of applause. And many of them will be speaking later in the program or participating in the hooding ceremony. Fourth, I would also like to recognize UH Law Alumni Association President Chris Thomas. Finally, I would like to recognize our commencement speaker, Lola Lynn, who's Executive Vice President, Chief Legal and Compliance Officer, and Secretary of Howmet Aerospace. You'll hear from her later in the program. At this time, I would also like to recognize all current members of the military and all veterans among our graduating class or in the audience. Please stand and receive our applause and appreciation for your service to our nation. We thank you and all our special guests for their leadership and support of UH Law Center and its graduates. Graduates, here are some fun facts about your class. On the JD side, there are 262 graduates. Many of you are blazing a trail. About 20% of you are first-generation college students. And 77% of you are the first person in your family to go to law school. Twenty speak different languages. For many, you are the first. For many of you, law school is a second career. You are former paralegals, teachers, doctors, members of the military, and musicians. Almost half of you had legal or political experience before going to law school. Some of you are former athletes. You also represent a wide range of backgrounds. 55% of the class are women. And 38% of the class come from underrepresented minority backgrounds and groups. As far as the graduating LM class, we have, there are 47 of you. You speak 17 different languages. One person speaks 7 languages. Before going to law school, you have been a licensed home health administrator, an Air Force reservist, a clinical pharmacist, a certified public accountant, a certified investigator, a certified mediator, and a teacher. One LM graduate competed in the 2004 Olympic trials. You're earning 6 specialty LM programs in energy, environment, and natural resources law, health law, intellectual property information law, tax law, international law, and U.S. law. Graduates, you are benefiting from having studied in a world-class, ultra-modern, award-winning John M. O'Quinn Law building. You've received a world-class legal education in a world-class facility, in a world-class city, and we trust you will make a world-class mark on the legal profession. also one of the leading schools in the nation with more than 11 centers, institutes, and programs which fuel our educational mission. Our graduates are highly sought after by the top law firms and legal employers. Our law graduates have left an indelible mark in courtrooms, corporate boardrooms, and in academia. You will soon join their ranks and make your contribution to our shared history. Throughout my deanship, I've focused on the power of legal education and how studying law embodies you with the power to think like a lawyer. So upon graduation, you will write more precisely, analyze more rigorously, and advocate more persuasively. You're graduating from a top-tier law school, as ranked by U.S. News & World Report, with 3 specialty programs in the top 10, health law, intellectual property law, and our part-time program. We also rank number 23 as a go-to law school, with some of the highest percentages of graduates going to the nation's top 100 law firms. You've been taught by some of the best law professors in the country. 18 are members of the American Law Institute, the most prestigious organization of judges, lawyers, and law professors. The faculty are well-credentialed and well-published in the finest legal journals in the nation. We also have an excellent team of clinical professors, lecturers, research professors, professors of practice, visiting professors, and adjunct professors who bring a wealth of knowledge and professional practice experience to their teaching. An outstanding professional staff has worked hard to support you through your law school experience. Let's give our law faculty and staff a round of applause. Graduates, on behalf of the entire Law Center community, I want to let you know that we are proud of you. We enjoyed teaching you, and we look forward to following your successful careers. You are now ready to take your place in the legal profession, whether it's working for a law firm, starting your own law firm, working at a nonprofit, serving as a district attorney, becoming a judge, or embarking on any other law-related career. Your law degree provides you with a diversity of career opportunities. Over the course of your legal education, you have exhibited the qualities necessary for success: tenacity, intellectual rigor, and focus. Yet relying on our intellect alone is not enough. Our times call for kindness, compassion, and understanding. In a country and state with so many people of so many different backgrounds, it's important for us to think about each other before we act. The times require empathy, so our nation will move forward together, with each different group understanding each other. We're also operating and living in an age of disruption, and you must be prepared to navigate changes in our environment, in our politics, in our society, in our technology, and in the law itself. You are well prepared. As lawyers, we are privileged members of our society. We have superior analytical skills. We are taught to examine all sides of an issue. And you will lead. Lawyers lead. Lawyers have been in the forefront of civil rights, women's rights, marriage equality, immigration reform, tort reform, tax reform, and deregulation. Ultimately, as lawyers, you will seek justice for your client, whoever he, she, or they may be. Moreover, your legal education enables you as graduates to transform your economic circumstances and to advance your social mobility. As you may have heard me say before, my parents were immigrants from a small island in the Caribbean called St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is 150 square miles with 100,000 people. My parents came to the United States. They did not have a college education, but they came and pursued the American dream. Legal education changed my life circumstances, and I know that it can and will change yours too. Legal education is an investment likely to grow over time. It is important to see the long-term value of the law degree. And you'll see it on stage with so many of our graduates who have done amazing things with their law degree from UH. Given the value of this investment and the privilege that we have earned, it's even more important to give back. So please build a bridge to others who may need your wisdom and experience in the road that you just have traveled. It is also important to give back to our communities by seeking justice for those who need it and are unable to secure justice on their own. It's a sacred bond that we have, a bond that we have as a consequence of being part of this legal profession. If you don't do it, who will? We're proud of your accomplishments. I congratulate each of you and look forward to hearing about all the great things that you will be doing in the future. To the audience, family, and friends, on behalf of the graduates, I want to thank you for all the support you have shown them and let you know that soon these lawyers, they will be lawyers, prominent lawyers, community leaders, judges, professors, and maybe even a law school dean one day. They could not have these opportunities unfolding before them without your help and encouragement. And their celebration today is indeed a time to be shared with each one of you. Graduates, please stand and thank family and friends in the audience. You can do better than that. Now I hear you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. New graduates, as you press ahead with your careers, I encourage you to become active members of the Law Center community. Our success is intertwined with your success. Each of your achievements will reflect on your law school and add to its standing. I would now like to invite UH System Regent Gregory C. King to say a few words. Appointed by the Governor of Texas and confirmed by the Texas Senate, the members of the University of Houston System Board of Regents serve 6-year terms. They all work together to provide vision and direction for the 4 universities in the UH system, including the University of Houston. Regent King is a managing partner of NCAP Flat Rock Midstream, headquartered in San Antonio, Texas. Prior to joining NCAP, he served nearly 15 years at Valero Energy Corporation in various roles and was president from 2003 to 2007. A graduate of the University of Houston Law Center, Regent King is also emeritus director of the University of Houston Law Foundation Board. Regent King was actually one of the first alumni I met when I became dean 10 years ago. Since then, he told me I was the only UH Law dean who came to San Antonio as many times as I did to visit him. Now that he's serving on the Board of Regents, I have the privilege of seeing Regent King more often, and his lovely wife, Leanne, more often in Houston. Please welcome the Honorable Gregory C. King.
pull this thing down. Hello, graduates, friends, families, faculty, and staff. I am Regent Greg King, and it's my honor to bring you greetings on behalf of the entire UH Board of Regents on this special day. Dean, what reminds me the most of our relationship is the quest to build the law building. And I know that's probably old news now, but it's not old news to someone who was in the old building during my time. So I'm glad you guys have had a chance to be in the new building. It's a special place. And this building is too. You know, if you think about what's happened in this building and all the winning and the winning teams, it's really pretty remarkable. You guys have had the good fortune of 3 Sweet 16s, and I think we had 1 Elite 8 during your time. So that's pretty fun. During my time, we were in Phi Slamma Jamma, 82, 83, and 84. We almost made it. But here's the deal about tonight. Tonight, you guys are the winners. You're the ones that we're here to celebrate. Your hard work, your sacrifice, your dedication have finally paid off. Soon you get to walk across this stage and receive your hard-earned law degree. What a great moment in your life. So in addition to my heartfelt congratulations, I also want to give you a few words of encouragement and a little bit of life advice. So as Dean mentioned, I'm a proud graduate of the class of 1985, and I can tell you unequivocally that I have directly benefited from the immense value of this degree. My time at U of H opened doors that led me to where I am today. Never did I think I'd be standing here in this moment with you all. I've had a lot of life lessons, connections, and the skills that I acquired that continue to serve me to this day. But by far the biggest connection that I made was to meet this lady over here in the red, which is my wife. She's a fellow section beer. Her name is Leanne, and she became my wife. In fact, I proposed to her the night before our graduation nearly 40 years ago. So that sealed my love for this law school. It changed my life, but so did this law degree. Law school taught me critical thinking, communication, and strategic planning skills. It gave me confidence to take professional chances. Every one of you graduates have your own story, how you got to this moment, lots of highs and lows along the way. Who could ever forget the first day of law school or your first set of law exams? I know for a fact I still remember all of that. But today you made it. We're here to celebrate you. It's about the future. You're starting a new chapter, a new journey, a path of your choosing, and it's super exciting for you. Your degree is a testament to your ability to face your fears and meet challenges head on and succeed. With your law degree in hand, your career possibilities are unlimited no matter what you choose to do. I personally have had 3 distinct careers. I was a litigator at Bracewell, then I moved to Valero in San Antonio, and now I'm at NCAP. And I can tell you right now, when I sat here 40 years ago in Hoffein's Pavilion, there is no chance I had any dream of what my life would be. But because of this degree, it gave me choices and options, and it was life-changing, and I hope it happens to you as well. So don't be afraid to set ambitious goals, find work you're passionate about, and pursue it with integrity, humility, and respect for others. Your personal character matters, and it matters a lot, and people watch you. They will look at you, they will see how you treat other people, and you can solve people's problems in life, legal problems and life problems, because you have the tools to do that, and that's really, really exciting. So I'll close with this. I hope your law school experience will have the same impact on your life as it did mine. I wish you every bit of success in the future, and on behalf of the Board of Regents, I say congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you, and go Cougs.
Thank you, Regent King. Really inspiring words. I appreciate it. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker. Lola Lynn serves as Executive Vice President and Chief Legal and Compliance Officer and Secretary for Howmet Aerospace. At Howmet, she leads the legal team in all corporate governance, securities, finance, mergers and acquisitions, litigation, risk employment, regulatory, intellectual property, and commercial matters. She also leads the global ethics and compliance team and is a member of the senior leadership team that sets the strategic vision for the company. Vice President Lynn has more than 20 years of experience in multiple industries. Previously, she served as Senior Vice President and General Counsel of Air Gas and Vice President and Deputy Counsel of Air Liquide. She's also held roles at Dell Inc., Sutherland, Asbill, and Brennan, as well as Locke, Lindell, and Sapp. Just like you, Chief Legal Officer Lynn earned her JD from the University of Houston Law Center. She also has her BA from University of Texas. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Vice President Lynn.
Good evening and greetings to you all. I'm so humbled and honored to be here with you today. Let me greet the esteemed leader of our institution, Dean Leonard Baines. Thank you, Dean Baines, as you advance and better our organization each day with your dedication and care. To the faculty and administration of the University of Houston Law Center, you have relentlessly supported this illustrative group of leaders, and they are ready to guide and counsel thanks to your efforts. And to all the unyielding supporters of the students and the University of Houston Law Center, thank you for uplifting our school and graduates. Now, to the class of 2024, each one of you, you've made it. Yay! We are here collectively to celebrate and recognize all of your sacrifice and resilience, and to wish you well as you embark on your bright future. Remember today as a day that represents a lifetime of your achievements. You know who you are now, and it is remarkable. And because you are so exceptional and prepared, we're ready for you to lead. We need your insight, your expertise, and your will to drive forward our future with endless promise. You will be the ones that will take on the most difficult issues in our society, and we will be better in your care. I know you're so relieved and happy today, as you should be, but I also know that many of you might be feeling uneasy and unsure about what's coming next. After all, the bar exam is right around the corner, and that could be kind of stressful. I still remember my summer studying for the bar exam. My friend and I thought it'd be a great idea to go hide out in her uncle's cabin in Conroe. Wow, I've never been to a place like that before. It had it all. Jet skis, water slides, amazing food. It was like great. The scene out on the water was peaceful and serene. What a great place. This sounds like the perfect place to relax and study. But I will tell you, it was the worst idea ever. It was like being at summer camp for bad kids. All we did was hide inside and take one practice test after another and eat pizza. And we got to a point where we got so stir crazy and insane, we'd look at each other every day and start crying, multiple times a day. But in the end, we both passed. Maybe not by much, but we both passed. And you will too. You'll get after it and you will pass. Yeah. After the bar, there are so many things to look forward to. It's hard for me to believe that it's been 25 years since I sat in your seat and graduated. I've been so fortunate that after all these years, I still love my career. I'm still here wanting more, even though it hasn't always been easy. There have been times when I've been underestimated, overlooked, and underpaid. And I've made my fair share of mistakes. Like in 2004, I was going through a breakup after 6 years. Oh, it felt so hard at the time. I even had the perfect breakup song. I was the one leaving, but it felt so unnerving. I had so many questions. Could I start over? Would the next one be better? Would it be worse? What would my future hold? Here's the thing. My breakup was with a law firm and not a guy. I don't regret leaving, but I do regret leaving for the wrong reasons. When I look back now, I'm not really sure why I left the firm at the time. My guess is I had come up with the perfect law firm experience, what it would look and feel like. I knew what I wanted, how I was going to get it. I knew the type of law I wanted to practice, the projects that would be perfect, and the right people to meet. But when the actual experience didn't match up with my expectations, I was disappointed. Now that I think back, it was all a bit ridiculous. I'm not really sure how I came up with my idea of what the perfect experience would look like. I'd never met a lawyer before I went to law school. I'd only been practicing for a few years, and I didn't have any references other than that for what a career should look like. Who knows? Maybe I based my views on the movie Legally Blonde? No matter where it came from, I had built a scenario in my head that lacked proper perspective and insight. When I look back now, so many years later, I think of that experience so fondly. I was surrounded by good people and smart lawyers who were supportive. I learned a wide variety of laws, and I got exposed to really interesting projects and issues, all of which have been helpful for me, for my career. Because I had such tunnel vision at the time, and I wasn't mature enough to see beyond the immediate experience, I failed to value what the firm gave me at the time. Ultimately, the breakup set me on a new career path that was right for me, though the merit of that experience only became clear to me many years later. It was the first of many experiences that have taught me how to move forward and progress in this career of law that we have all chosen. Today, I'd like to share with you a few lessons that I've learned to help me gain clarity along the way. To do this, I'm going to take you back to a legal term, per se. Per se is defined in legal dictionaries as, quote, in itself, that which is inherent, self-evident, and internalized. I invite you to make these lessons per se for you. Let's begin with possibility. Be real about what's possible. Spend time to get to know your organization that you join. Study it well. Talk to others who work there and get a good viewpoint of how it feels to work there and be there for the long term. Only then do you line up what you want for your career to see if the organization is a fit for you for the long term or maybe even the short term. Don't expect any entity to fulfill your every need and desire. It's just not fair. If you are real about what you can accomplish and how long your collaboration will last, you will never resent any opportunity you take. This leads us to evolution. The only constant in your career is that things will change. As you all know better than I do, the world is volatile and uncertain. Your company may get sold, your firm may split up, and the focus of your practice may change. But you can move ahead if you always look for the opportunities that arise in the hurricane of change. If you've developed the skills to be flexible and evolve, you will excel. The next is resolve. Resolve to make good decisions under any circumstances. Many of the toughest decisions you will make in your life and work will be in the gray. The art is making a call well supported and reasoned in a sea of uncertainty. This is particularly challenging for us lawyers who love to live in the black and white. Gray can feel, so uncomfortable. This is why it is important that when you make a decision, you be resolute in it. This decision may not ultimately be the right one, but it was the best decision you could make at the time with the information you had. So get comfortable with that. Next is moving on to being situational. All of us are proud of the traits, our strongest traits, and we lean on those continuously on our road to success. For instance, it's clear you all are hard-working and conscientious. But what would you say if I told you that in the future, sometimes, some of those traits that you hold dear may not serve you best? As they say, sometimes your best trait can also be your worst trait. Sounds unbelievable, I know. But each day I see hard-working, conscientious lawyers get challenged by creative and savvy lawyers that don't work nearly as hard and diligently. They just think innovatively. It is imperative that you teach yourself many ways to think and act. In law, every situation is different and requires a bespoke and tailored solution. To do this, you must pair your beautiful and best traits with other traits that are totally unnatural to you to get to the right answer. Some days require the aggressive you. Other days might require the deferential you. One day you might need to play it just by the book, and the next time you might need to throw out that playbook altogether. As you become more well-rounded, you'll be able to counsel more effectively in any situation. And the last is empathy for yourself. It is best to give yourself grace. Let's face it, sometimes lawyers can be judgmental and picky. Our training tells us to be skeptical and look for mistakes. This is good when you're researching a case, but not when you put that judge lens on yourself. You have the right to demand that you have a runway to learn, grow, and make mistakes if you are sincere in your efforts. Do your best and take constructive feedback well, and then give yourself a break. And that collectively is per se. I hope you will incorporate these ideas and have them become part of your DNA for success. But even if you master per se, understand that defeat is inevitable at some point, and it will feel terrible. It could be a case, a job, or something else entirely. Despite your best efforts and intentions, something won't work out the way that you hoped. But you know what? Who cares? Everybody say it with me. Who cares? Start over and use the experience to reinvent yourself and implement your learnings. Don't look back. Growth will bring you joy. Do not burden yourself with your own past baggage. You've probably heard that a winner is just a loser who tried one more time. So keep going, and you will most certainly win. My sincerest hope is that you will enjoy this career and journey as much as I have. And now, our winners, we send you off into the career of law with our best wishes and support. Remember, you won't mind if it doesn't go exactly as you planned. In fact, you'll relish it. We'll be rooting for you every step of the way. All the best, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
Thank you, Vice President Lola Lynn, for your powerful and inspirational message. Per se, who cares? So it was great remarks and very memorable. At this time, we'll proceed with the conferral of degrees. Will all the Juris Doctorate and Master of Law degree candidates please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the people of the state of Texas and the University of Houston System Board of Regents, and on the recommendation of faculty, I now confer upon each of you the respective doctoral and master's degree for which you have fulfilled all requirements. Congratulations. You may be seated. We'll now proceed with the hooding ceremony. Hooding ceremonies date back to the Middle Ages, when the first universities came into being. Today, there are special recognition for the master's and doctoral degree candidates. During this part of the ceremony, a faculty member places a hood over the graduate, successfully completing the degree. Law professors Meredith Duncan and Catherine Brem will assist in the hooding ceremony. You can give them applause. During the hooding ceremony, we'll also confer Distinguished Service Awards. These awards, which are voted on by faculty and staff, are given to graduates for outstanding service to the institution and their fellow students. But shh, the recipients of these awards will be surprised, since they will be first notified tonight that they're actually receiving this award while they're being hooded. They'll find it out. So we'll now proceed with the reading of the names of the graduates. We'll start with the LM class. Here to read the names of the graduates are Karen Jones, Executive Director of Global and Graduate Programs.
Hamza Amir, U.S. Law, LLM. Samantha Anguiano Ajeda, U.S. Law, LLM, and Intellectual Property and Information Law, LLM. Emily Benitez Cortez, U.S. Law, LLM. Anthony Charbel Chawan, International Law, LLM. Ninoska Pearlie D'Souza, U.S. Law, LLM. Carlos Daniel Degwitz, Energy, Environment, and Natural Resources Law, LLM. Maria Del Mar Herrera, Intellectual Property and Information Law, LLM. Pedro Jesus Pelosos, U.S. Law, LLM. Alina Varahi, U.S. Law, LLM. Nela Ad, U.S. Law, LLM. Luis Eduardo Alvarez Velasquez, also known as Lalo, U.S. Law, LLM. Serge Olivier Assi, Energy, Environment, and Natural Resources Law, LLM. Elsa Ayala Ava, U.S. Law, LLM. Maria Barros Lasara, U.S. Law, LLM. Uber Muqsood Farid, International Law, LLM. Gary Kim Finnegan, U.S. Law, LLM. Pamela Borison, U.S. Law, LLM. Zhe Kit Ho, Tax Law, LLM. Hannah Koval, U.S. Law, LLM. Quinn Kuriger, U.S. Law, LLM. Monica Mandiga, Intellectual Property and Information Law, LLM. Rafal Abdulela Mumina, Energy, Environment, and Natural Resources Law, LLM. Monica Nondorf, U.S. Law, LLM, hooded by her spouse, Juan Perez. Camille Mumtaz Noorani, U.S. Law, LLM. Yomi, tax law LLM. Brisa Margarita Ortiz Esquivel, U.S. Law LLM. Sergio Pena, U.S. Law LLM and International Law LLM. Mariela Perez Ojeda, U.S. Law LLM. Cindy Peters, U.S. Law LLM. Sarab Rott, U.S. Law LLM. Carla Veronica Rui Sanchez Pavon, U.S. Law LLM. Tammy Maria Sandoval, U.S. Law LLM. Adela Maria Visan, U.S. Law LLM. Jingtan Zhao, U.S. Law LLM.
We'll now proceed with the reading of the names for the JD candidates.
Darlene R. Brown, cum laude. Kyle Calvin. Mackenzie Jane Ellis. Sang-Hong Han. Jason K. Hatfield. Jesselyn McAllister, hooded by the Honorable Christine Weems. Nahad Michael, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Health Law, LLM, magna cum laude. Masa Moshinagazigan, Hugh Andrew Putnam. Michael Abel. Khalid Abujamus. Anthony Patrick Augusto. William Alexander, cum laude. Kasim Malik Anor. Caroline W. Bazer. Sarah Baldazzo. Liam Balistreri. Abigail Luna Balance, hooded by the Honorable Christine Weems. Sophie Marie Belton. Grace Ann Binger, cum laude. Nicholas M. Bowden, cum laude. Bailey Dawn Bowe. Hannah Lynn Bowersmith, hooded by the Honorable Christine Weems. Tyler J. Brewster. Luke Valcor Brock. Hallie Morgan Bryan. Tyler Burden. Mackenzie Taylor Caldwell, summa cum laude. John Carbon Airy. Grayson Carnahan. Callie Carpenter. Colin Carr. Francis Xavier Chambers IV, cum laude. Mickey Chandler. Kiera Nicole Bell Chapman. Ananya Chaturvedi. Andrea M. Chapinski. Daniela Contreras. Erica Coronado. Rachel Crawford. Alyssa Marie Craze Aubrey, recipient of the 2024 Distinguished Service Award. Derek Davila. Frank De La Portilla. Anusha Arrington De Silva Bradley. Adam Timothy Diaz. Winter Alexis Dillard. Kavari Tan Dixit. Elizabeth Teresa Doe, recipient of the 2024 Distinguished Service Award. Riley Doggett, magna cum laude. Brady R. Dunlap. Anna Elwood, hooded by her father, John Elwood. Blair Worth Evans. Emma Magdalene Eviason. Lisette A. Faran. Shelby Ferrand, cum laude. Zoe Nicole Feinberg. Jason Daniel Ferrari, magna cum laude.
William Jameson Finley, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Tax Law, LLM. Natalie Ann Flanagan, cum laude. Amelia Witten Forbaugh. Emily Jane Fortenberry. Matthew W. Frost, cum laude. Elizabeth Gillespie, magna cum laude. Magdalena Garza, hooded by her brother Carlos Solis. Christiana Goldman Smith. Sarah Golestane. Camille Blair Gonzalez. Hannah Elizabeth Graham, cum laude. Sai Gudapati. Muriel Haig, magna cum laude. Sarah Haj Merhasi. Timothy Hajovsky. Taylor Faye Hall, cum laude. Ajita Joya Hanel. Omar Haq, magna cum laude. Matthew Samuel Harris. Mallory Taylor Hartung. Amelia M. Harvey. David Matthew Henry. Jacob Hearn. Orlando J. Hernandez Jr. Rebecca Julia Hill, cum laude. Jessica Hobson. Rachel Howard, summa cum laude. Ahmed Basil Ishwait. Victor Andre Ivan. Chandani Jaggi, cum laude. Kylie Diane Johnson. Alexandria Jourdain. Amber Keating. Jordan Alexandra Kennington. Griffin King. Yvonne Ruiz. David Siegel, magna cum laude, hooded by his father, Stephen Siegel. Michael Gaspar Smith, hooded by his father, Michael Smith. Benino Solis. Santiago Sularak. Alicia Thornton. Kayla Vasquez. Evan James Vinson. LaDeja Ferguson. Halbert Stewart Kelch, cum laude. Nicholas Kowalski. Samuel Tianming Kwong. Emily Louise Landry. Bryce Calvin Latre. Julie Lee. Gayang Lee. Weston Scott Light, hooded by the Honorable Christine Weems. Aaron Jeffrey Lira, cum laude. Marco Giuseppe Lohavani. Taylor Renee Lonis, recipient of the Distinguished Service Award, hooded by her mentor, Professor Meredith Duncan. Pablo Sebastian Lopez. Victoria Lujan, cum laude. Mary Grace Mahoney. Stephen Walker Malish. Kaylee Elizabeth Mullen, cum laude. Jordan Christopher Market. Jovana Marinkovic. Louis Edward Martin, magna cum laude. Emily Martinez. Sean Donald Matitz. Caleb Evan Mickislon.
Noel McCullough. Mitchell McCurran. David McKinney. Marie Elizabeth McLaughlin. Samantha Erin Medlin. Helena Miranda. Hunter Mitchell. De'Ara Ania Danielle Mize. Shiva Mohadasian. Jackson Thomas Moore. Adrian Murr, cum laude. Cameron M. Nardiello. Laura Natchev, magna cum laude.
Antoine Newman. Haley Nicole Nunke, hooded by her father, Michael Nunke. Caroline Louise Oakley, cum laude. Caleb Harmon O'Donnell. Madeline Elizabeth O'Neill, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann Parker. Chandani Patel, hooded by cousin Sagar Patel. Okay, I can't see. Colleen Alicia Phillips, hooded by her mother, Maureen Phillips. Masha Pobedinsky, 2024 Distinguished Service Award recipient. Allison Rochelle Pigman Hernandez, hooded by Judge Weems. Andrew Jared Pritchard. Bailey Pruitt. Siam Abdul Rahman, hooded by cousin Farhad Tahir. Deborah E. Ransom. Tony Marie Rask, Doctor of Jurisprudence and Energy, Environment, and Natural Resources Law, LLM, and a 2024 Distinguished Service Award recipient. Anushritha Reddy. Alexander Ryer. Shelby Diana Riney. Brendan Ryan. Mahdi Saeed Danesh. Monica Marie Saldana. Julia Solzman. Cesar Augusto Sanchez. Reynolds Marie Sands. Pierre Schleffly. Jacob Lee Skewerman. Katrina Ariel Scheidlower, magna cum laude, hooded by Father the Honorable Leon Scheidlower. Catherine Harris Scott. Anna Blunt Seal. Miriam Sheikh, cum laude. Caleb E. Shook. Roha Siddiqui.
Caroline Sims, magna cum laude. Vivian Simon. Caroline Michelle Smurl, summa cum laude. Patience K. Sophie. Tyler Southern. Hannah Seberg, magna cum laude. Julie M. Tape, hooded by Honorable Yvonne Ho. William Tatum. Caroline Merrick Thompson, hooded by her aunt, Jane Pearson. Reagan E. Trimmy, hooded by her mentor, Professor Jason Marquez. Jose Armando Vega. Fernando Villarreal. Justin Vineyard. Nathan Weiss. Erica L. Wheeler. Not yet. It's not yet. It's okay. Kathleen Whitmore, cum laude. Danusha Wejasinge, cum laude. Jake Wilson. Alexander Wilson. Sean Hikaru Winata. John Patrick Whitman. John Francis Weimer IV. James Chester Wynn IV, magna cum laude. Su Yoon. Avery Goshen Yu. Eric Esqueda. Mark Corompe. Harrison Little, cum laude. Bo Christian Winter. Sean Ahmed. Joseph A. Aquila. Mariah Bizevsky. Justin Bowie. Kaylee Cordall. Alexa Chloe Crest. Mary Catherine Darby. Jesus Gerardo Davila Jr., cum laude, hooded by his father, Jesus Davila. Kathleen Douglas Rowald. Whitney Duke. Corey Christian Ellenbach. Mary Julia Fowler. Alexa Nicole Frazier, magna cum laude. Ilan Brian Gelman. Jake Austin Guarino. Reagan Hafer. Nathan Helene, magna cum laude. Aaron Holmes. Melissa Allison Holmes. Duncan Isaac. Cian Jimenez, hooded by Honorable Christine Weems. Jeff Krumpholtz, cum laude, hooded by Honorable Donna Roth. Jacob W. Lonnie. Levi Barton Lovelace. Molly Liu. Hei Kyung Ming, cum laude. Laura Ann Nguyen, summa cum laude. Patricia Parejo. Kelsey Parker. Bria Ariel Perkins. Brian Hageman Polk. Callie Dane Rankin. Andy Rash. and Caesar N. Rivera.
A little bit louder. There's a momentous occasion. Louder. So why don't we sit? So thank you. So class of 2024, you've been empowered with a well-earned degree from one of the top law schools in the nation. This fact should never be lost on employers, and it should never be lost on you. As you move forward with your careers and your accomplishments, I encourage you to become ethical and effective advocates for your clients and to dream big. Bigger than you can imagine, and reap the benefits of your commitment and hard work. Family and friends, tonight is a time for a celebration. But remember that for the graduates, it's important to continue to give them support while they study for the bar exam. So tonight is for celebration, tomorrow's to get back to work studying for the bar exam. We want them to pass the first time. So for the next 2 months, please continue to support them in their journey toward the practice of law. Finally, I would like to invite you to continue celebrating. Visit the University of Houston Law Center 2024 Commencement video wall. There you will find messages from me, from the student graduation speakers, from law faculty, our Alumni Association president, classmates, and many more. So please visit that. And to get there, please locate the QR code in your program. As you celebrate this evening, be in the moment, take it all in, but celebrate safely with your friends, family, and loved ones. Today is a day full of hope, and here's to a brighter tomorrow. These exercises are concluded at this time. I would ask the audience to please remain seated while our graduates exit. Have a wonderful evening, and goodbye to all, including those watching online. Thank you.